The first today content are going to be answered these questions. I am going to be answering my today sessions. This article is published. Publications ready. Do you know which type of your article? Do you have chosen correct journals? Design your paper. Decide the order of authors. How much similarity index? Say citation and differentiation. What does it mean and what does it role in the paper? Good research paper and conceptual designs of a paper. These questions I'm going to handle in the today's sessions. Okay, let's start. The first one is article is publications ready. How the his article is publications ready or not. These things must be include what the thing. Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, the presentation
is not moving.
No, we are not able to see the slides, ma'am.
But it is showing, I think.
Ma'am, I think I'm not presenting, ma'am. Are you sharing?
I'm sharing the entire screen, I think.
But we are not able to see.
Okay, now show me, tell me, is it visible? Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible now, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
sorry.
You, ma'am.
Okay, so this content, these are the contents I'm going to deal in the today session. The first is what is your article is publications ready? Do you know which type of your articles? Do you choose correct journal for your articles? Design how to design a paper for publications. Decide the order of authors. How much similarity index, because it is a very much essential role in the paper selections. Ki similarity index, how much in similarity index involved in your paper, and how to reduce the similarity index in your paper. Citation and referencing and what its role in the paper and the conceptual design. These things I'm going to deal in the today's sessions. The first thing is your article is publications ready. For knowing this, you have to be asked the certain questions with you. What the topic that you chosen, that you selected for our research article. That is the first question. Is it unique? Is it unique means is it the repetitions of the someone already done some work on that, or you are just not adding something. So that is the unit. First is the uniqueness of the topic. It must be in your topic. It must be in uniqueness. Let's take this example. Like you can do your work if you are a finance person. So you can take the topic like fintechs, blockchain technology, how it is impacted in the current scenarios. If you are IT person, you have to take the IoT, how it is help in the that is marketing, how the product are coming with the IT technology, or how it is the artificial intelligence playing the role in the human being, that is social well-being. So these things you can take. If that is the must. The topic must be unique. Current hot topics, you take the current topic that is already that is in news. That topic you can take, the current hot topics you can take, and then the topic must be chosen after the completion of the SLR. SLR means systematic literature review. Means your topic must be based systematic literature review, because without literature review you can't be finalize a topic that could be very unique and related to the topic. If your topic maybe provide any solution to the industry, to the society, to the anything, to the government, that is the solutions and the finding and verified. And your finding, research finding must be, if you have the finding that naturally you have in the finding in a research finding in a paper, that is verified or not. So that is, it is employed in A. Then appropriate controls on the appropriate controls. What does it mean? It means if your findings are verified means in a how much in a control manner it is person generalize and or it is have the some limitations. You are not finalized, generalized to the all only for the male pupil, or the female, or the all age group. But means irrespective of the various diversified that is populations diversifications, any control in that. So you have to be make the finding must be verified on this sense. Your findings are generalized in this way. Then implications, how your research paper are putting the some role or impact the society, well-being, sustainability, development of the environment, or something that is how it is implication part must be a part of a research paper. So this the accurate starts solving. Hurry, it is start with the accurate title, then uniqueness. So these things you must involve. So ask the question with your articles. This if your article having these features, that is must be a good research paper, or you can proceed with that with doing the some more things you can add on that. Okay, now know your articles. Know your articles means how your articles belongs to which category. Is it is original research? Is it rapid communications? It is a review articles. It a case study. It is a methodology or an empirical study. Empirical study means uh, you have developed any models, and you have showing the some relationship between the dependent and independent variable, that is comes under the empirical study. You are showing some methodology, that is you are providing some solution to the problem of society, problem of the industry. So you are showing some methodology, that is you next case study. You can your study or your article is based on the some events that is already happened, or that events you are taken as a case study, and you are elaborating the all the aspects of that particular case. So is your article is belong to this category. Why I'm talking about know your articles, because it is very essential to know your article. Accordingly, you have to you approach to the particular journal that meet the particular journal meet the scope of the sorry your article or meet the scope of the particular journal. So that's why you should know your article fall in this category, which category. Next, rapid review articles. Your article is based on the systematic literature review or bibliometric analysis. That is, you are reviewing the articles. Means you are taken the last 10-year articles published in particular topic and the particular subject area, or you are reviewing that. Only you are doing this. Rapid communications means you are talking about the something that is most of the things, most of the people are, most of the academicians are talking on that particular topics, or you are taking that topic, that type of topic that is a buzzing topics. You can say the topic that is nowadays very buzzing in news, or buzzing in everywhere, that you can take that as rapid communications. And the original research means you are taking a research that is originally you are very less, and the few articles are published in that subject area, so you are taking into that type of research. So that is comes under the category of the original research. Now come to the design. How to design your paper? Design your paper means these are the part and the things you must be in at a part of a research paper. The title, the perfect and accurate title. Abstract is the gist of the your whole paper, that is abstract. In abstract must be a construct, structure abstract. In structure abstract, the introductions, topics, respondent, study areas, methodology adopted, and a little bit about the findings. So you must discuss in the abstract. So because in the so many journals, you can only able to see the abstract and not the whole paper you can write. But abstract must be, if you read any this type of papers, that the abstract show you what what the author are doing in his or her study. It must be reflected in the abstract. So abstract must be structured abstract. Keywords, you must select some keywords, that is it must be part of your research, and it repeatedly 2 and 3 times and more times are used in a various place or various part of your study. That keywords, you select some unique keywords. Then write the introduction about the topics, and or that is topic area, introduce the topic, how to introduce the topic. That is methodology. Methodology means which method you are taking bibliometric analysis, you are taking when the that is by univariate analysis, or your bivariate or regression correlations, or what the things are you doing. That is methodology must be contain the about the data collections, then sample size, then sampling methods and analysis techniques and tools, which tools you are used in your study. This must be part of your methods. Then results. Then come to the result. That is result. What the result? Because most of the presentations you can find that is discussion are basically on the methodology, and the second part is the result and discussions. So result and then discussion part. Discussion means result are the basically findings. You are not discussing anything, only what the findings you got after the after completing your analysis part. That is only reporting in that. That is methods or the results. But in discussions, you are discussing with the in the light of the that is the current problem, and the how your research paper, that is research findings, are playing in that part is the discussion. You can say the implication part is implication is also part of the discussion part. And now then you conclude the topic with very good words. You can conclude the acknowledgement and the ethical statements, that is reference. Then implications are written, you can write in the here or the discussion part also, and the reference. Because I'm coming back with the reference style references. We are talking so many things about the references in the coming slide. So this means you can design your paper by taking this type of things, or this must be part of your research paper. Decide the order now. Order of the authors, because if you are writing a paper, so basically you are an author. You can take the another one. Basically, as a research scholar, you are the author, and your guide will be the co-author. And gift author are those persons which are not contributing in writing part, but it is contributing you to as a monetary benefit. Because if you are going for the publications, or that is publication fees involved, then the gift author contribute in that part only. So always be gift author in the second, third, and more than means if more co-author are here in the paper, so you can your order may be author, co-author 1, co-author 2, and then gift author. Gift author always be the last person in the order. Now we are going to discuss the path of research, because it's a good research paper. Your research paper, how you are starting your research is very important. What the path you are taking, that is your first is the LR, that is conceptual development. You are taking the help of the LR. You are develop the conceptual or theoretical base. On the basis of that, so LR, then LR2, that is after LR1 means first part of the LR, you come to the conceptual study and the conceptual theory behind the study. And the LR2 means when you are deep into what type of analysis are doing by the various authors, that LR2 at that part. Next, your LR3, the research models. If your study is empirical one, so then you have to be confined the research model. That is, research model is basically the showing the relationship between the independent and dependent variables. LR3, so you come to know the research model, or accordingly you can propose your research model, your formulate your research model. And then LR4, LR4 means other things are other things that is left to finalize. The LR4 means when you are doing the literature review, the other things you are come to notice, and that could be part of your research. In this way, your research paper topic of research is finalized by what the means you can finalize the number of independent variable in your study. What is your dependent variable, how the relationship showing, you are showing the relationship between them, or you are what type of analysis are going to conduct. You are conducting the one sample test, two sample test, your one that is you're showing the correlation, regression, or the what the things analysis. These all things are finalized after the LR only. So that is finalize the topic, because LR is not only help to finalize the topic, it also finalize conceptual, research model, development of the research model, and the analysis part also. This is research is your research paper must be adding something in the existing one. testing the relevance of existing theory or the concept. Your research paper are basically testing or the relevance of existing theory or concept, redefining the existing or make comparison between the existing one and the new concept, or the exploring the new to achieve the same goal. So the research paper must be have this thing, that is it must be your paper is unique. Now, don'ts. What are things you don't be do? Now it has come the plagiarism or the similarity index. Plagiarism is very unethical. Plagiarism means taking the contents of the some author and pasting into your research paper is called the plagiarism. So plagiarism is very unethical. It's just like a stealing the belonging of someone without giving the credit to that person. That is called the plagiarism. So plagiarism, when someone uses the work of another without properly citing the source or giving the credit, then that will be the incidence of plagiarism. To avoid the plagiarism, first thing है कि avoid the plagiarism. Your paper is not plagiarized, not by similarity index more than 10%. So start writing regularly. If you are start writing regularly, that your paper will not be have the plagiarism issue. You read more and write means for writing a 10 sentence, you have to read the 10 paper. Then naturally volume of the reading is more and the writing is less. Then but plagiarism is not here because you are reading the something and then start writing in your own word. That is the start writing regularly. That is the practice you have to be do. Write one sentence, two sentence, 10 sentence as you wish, as you got the time accordingly to write regularly. Read literature's article or as much you can. Next, use simple sentences. Simple sentence is not to be form a very complicated sentence. Very simple sentence, easy to understand or easy to be read. So that is represent your own idea. If you're having any own idea, so you are working your own something unique of the original paper, the original things. So represent how to represent your own idea. Rework again for a final outcomes. So this is the to avoid the first things to avoid the plagiarism. Then you avoid the plagiarism. Then you your paper or you come up with your final papers. Now you are going for to check the similarity index in the some online tools or the like Turnitin software and so many top softwares are available to check the similarity index of your paper. Then you come to know that your paper have the similarity index more than 10%. Then what to do? Then what to do is the second part. Step 2, reduce plagiarism. Now, because you are taken the all step to avoid the plagiarism, but you have the, because 2% can be think a similar way. It may be happen. It may be happen. You are writing something in a particular manner. Someone also written something in the same manner also. This in this way, so the plagiarism come in paper. The similarity index will come in paper. In that case, what to do you? So first things you have to be give the proper citations. If you are taken the some concept or the some things from any paper or any study, to give the proper citations. Number of citation does not the matter for a quality papers. Quality paper, if in one sentence you are giving the 2-3 citation, it doesn't it not reduce the quality of the paper. It also increase the quality of paper. So give proper citation or n number of citations you can give. So give proper citation. Replace by synonyms. If some words are coming in the similarity index, so then you can replace by synonyms also. Break the sequence means between the 3 to 4 sentence or break into the 3 to 4 word in the one A. Add some prepositions or add something conjunction words between the sentences, or in this way you can break the sequence of the sentence. So then in that way the plagiarism issue may be reduced. Paraphrase the sentence by using the paraphrasing tool with citations. So many paraphrasing tools are available, online paraphrasing tools. You can take the help of that to paraphrase the sentence, which means you have the idea of that particular things, but it is have this similarity index. That's why you are taking the help of this paraphrasing tool. Put sentence under the inverted comma with the proper citations. Means if your complete a sentence is coming in a simultaneous, it is showing a red, that is showing the red alert, that is so what do you think the whole sentence are maybe a definitions or a quotations of the some author, to that quotations are what you can put on the double quote and with the proper citations. And next, how to reduce analyze anything beyond 10 what must be cited. Means if you are taking the one line or one sentence from a study, so you can must be cite that line. Double quote anything more than 39 words or any definitions with the citations. More than 40 words sentence must be 5 space indent from the left side. Means if you are taking the 40 words, the sentence must be 5 space indents with the citations also. Indent from left side. The left side you have to your whole paragraph must be indent from the left side. And next step for quotations, more than 4 line or sentence, place the quotation start from a new line in a freestanding block that is half inch indenting from the both sides. Means the whole paragraph are just hanging between the two lines. That is the half-inch indent from both sides, from the left and the right. So in this way, and will give the proper citation also. So in this way, you can reduce the citation, similarity index below than 10%. And note the similarity index not be more than the 10%. And third, for analysis part, in the so many study I seen, and scholars come to me and ask, I am not taken the anything from that, but the table that I taken from the SPSS tools of SPSS software are showing it is plagiarism. It is showing the red signal. So how can I reduce this one? So my suggestion in for that, after completing the analysis part with your research methodology, using a proper, write your research methodology, use in a paper in sequence. Means after completing analysis part, write your research methodology. Means it's sequence of your methodology. Then never copy and paste from the SPSS or MS Excel. If you are analyzing your the data with the help of the SPSS or the MS Excel, don't be copy and paste the table. What can you do? You take the results of from the SPSS and paste into the MS Excel and reframe the table in your some other manner, and then that that table you can report in a paper. Means don't copy from the result outcome of the SPSS and directly report into the paper. Never copy and paste tables from the SPSS. You can moderate and you can change and your own show some creativity and prepare some tables, and then this table you report in the research paper. Copy the content of findings and tabulate in your own way. Interpretation, always be write your interpretation in your own way, own words. Now, this is the things that is very important. Ask these questions with you. Why you chosen the topic? What interests you about it? Do you have any opinion about the issue involves? Means before you selected, if you selected a proper topic for a research writing or article writing, so you must have the answer of these 5 questions: why, who, what, where, and when. Okay, so then anyone means in presentation you can better defend your paper in any queries you can able to handle if you have the questions of these you have the answer of these 5 questions. Now come to the research questions and objective and hypothesis. What is the role in the research questions? Means when you asking the something, means research question is just before giving presentation, I am giving the 10 questions that as I am going to handle in my session. Means you got the answer of all 10 questions in my today presentation. So that is a similar way. In the similar way, you can have the research questions in your mind that or particular articles are going to answer all the research questions. So that is because research questions are very broad in numbers. Maybe it is 20, 30. And on the basis of research question, you can formulate the objective of the study. Objective study are very limited in numbers, 4, 5, 6 maybe. Or objective of means you can see the pyramids are just reverse pyramid. So research questions are very much means and volume is more. Then objective, on the basis of research question you formulate the objective, or on the basis objective you formulate the hypothesis. Means hypothesis, because your whole study is going to check the hypothesis. So objective and hypothesis means it doesn't mean ki objective and hypothesis will be the same. Objectives are broader term and hypothesis is narrow term. Objectives are basically your objectives are showing the your what the study you are going to do, what your type of relationship you want to find with your study, what type of suggestion you can give, means what type of results you can expect, what the types of suggestion you can give. These all the part of your objective. But in hypothesis, your whole hypothesis are basically based on the relationship between the means your relationship between the variables. You are going to check the is any significant difference between the mean between means average number of the, that is 2a, or the your is any significant difference between the relationship between the two, or is any significant difference means this hypothesis are basically are based on the your basically central tendency, problem of central tendency, that is problem of mean, problem of associations, problem of proportions. These all things are or problem of relations, and regression. This are on the basis of that you can formulate the hypothesis. The hypothesis are basically that is showing the part of the that is scale that used in your study, or your hypothesis are showing the is any significant difference between the scales you are taken in the study. That part is your part of your hypothesis. And now research questions mapping. How your research questions are mapped with your entire study or entire articles. I'm just taking an example. This is the topic of the research in assessment of impact of the mentorship program on performance of a student. This is a hypothetical topics I'm taken. And the topic and objective are to study the impact communication of mentor on the performance of mentees. Means communication here is the independent variable and performance of the mentee is your dependent variable. So first, to study the impact of the communication on the means I am here I am going to study the impact one IDV with the DV. Second, to study the impact of the support. This is the another IDV, that is another independent variable, support provided by the mentor on the performance of mentee, to compare the relations of communication and support with the performance. Here I'm checking the compare the relation. Communication is have the stronger relations with the performance, or the support have the stronger relations with the performance. So I am just comparing the relationship of the communication and support, and it that is two IDV with the DV. To study and analyze whether the performance of mentee differ with the reference of the demographic profile. What does it mean? Here I'm going to check the performance of mentees are differ by the, if the male mentee is male, then performance is differ. Is mentee is female, the performance is differ. Is gender is the qualification playing the role? Qualification playing the role on the performance. Is experience showing the role in the performance? Means what the demographic profile you are taken, gender, married, age, marital status, qualification, experience, occupational, these are called the demographic profile. So is these type of any variables are playing any role in the performance? Means difference or showing the difference of performance of mentee, that is I'm going to study. That is objective 4. Objective to give the suggestion to robust mentoring program for student development. So this is the objectives. So what I'm going to do now, according to that, what will be my hypothesis? So for hypothesis 1 is there is no significant relations between the communication and support on the self-efficacy. Here the self-efficacy, I'm taking the scale of performance by self-efficacy is a that is ready-made scales available in the Google. You can search. So I'm measuring the performance by scale of self-efficacy. There is a no significant difference of performance with reference to the gender. I'm taken the gender variable as a demographic profile that can differ the performance. So there is a no significant difference of communication support and the self-efficacy with reference to the gender. So here I'm going to check the moderating role of the gender on the relationship between the IDV and DD. So that is, so this will be my hypothesis of the study. Now, research for this, these questions I ask with this. What do you mean by the mentorship program and where are to be mentored? This research question are in the researcher might not be reported in any articles. This is not reported anywhere, but in completing the study, this all questions must be that is all questions must be answered by in your articles. So that is, what do you mean by the mentorship program and what are the who are be the mentor and what are the benefit of mentorship program and scope? It could be a part of your introduction. What is the role of mentor and mentee in mentorship program? You got the role of mentor and mentee in mentorship program, the literature review. You can if the answer will be find in the literature review part. Is any difference can be developed in a professional simplification of the student? Literature review. Key area in which mentoring can help to improve students' performance, exams, communication support. This is the IDB. I am selected by the literature review, and now afterward that reported in the finding parts or the analysis part. The finding of the variable or factor. So here literature review will help me to find the variable or the factors. Does mentoring improve academic performance of the study? These two questions are basically for the variable finding or the variable or factor finding. Is any relationship between the communication support of mentor with the performance of student? This is the hypothesis. On the basis of that, I formulate hypothesis, or it may report on the hypothesis part, that is analysis part, and the data analysis part. As is effective communications improve student performance? So these two questions are basically reported in the analysis part, data analysis part. Is effective support by mentor in performance? The hypothesis testing and data analysis part. So you can see it's just an example. I'm showing you some example as a hypothetical example. How the research, all the research questions are mapped in your article. Okay, now selections of article journals. Selection of journals are basically because it depends upon the intensity of your writing. If you are a regular writer, you are writing a paper regular basis, means you are a regular writer, then your selection criteria will be different. Or if you are a very new for the academic research, just like the scholars, so your selection criteria will be different. So because your approach will be very differ. Means basically when research scholar basically focused on the first the paper publication in the UGC care hall, and but already those having the already paper in the UGC care, they approach to the ABDC. Then ABDC may you raise the category. First your paper is selected in the C-Tech category, so you want your paper would select in the B category, then A category journal. Then afterward, you try to publish your paper in the Scopus journal. In Scopus, in the first year paper is selected in the Q4 listed journal. Then you try to select your paper. Try to select the question, paper in the Q3, then Q2, Q1. This is Q3, Q1 is the basically the Scopus index journals are categorized in the 4 category. Q1 is the very high quality journal. High quality journals are kept in this category Q1. Then Q2 and Q3 are basically the moderate category and the category journals, and Q4. But moderate category is not. It doesn't means your paper are published very easily in this Scopus index journal. For a selection criteria, so what accordingly you can select. I'm just stating the some things that is accordingly you find which type of author you are. Accordingly, the impact factor, see the impact factor of the journals. Acceptance and rejection rate means means how many applications are coming to the journal, how many rejection means, if you are a very new one, then you select those where the high acceptance rates are there, then your selection chances will be increased. Average time to publications, how many times the paper would be published in a paper, that is average time to publications. Average time, average, it is repeated. Average time to acceptance and rejection of the notification, and and the one economical factor also be considered, that's this processing fee. What will be the processing fee of the publications? Then selections of journals, the specific area. I'm going to demonstrate how the select a specific area, the aim and scope of the journal, the type of manuscript you have written, the significance of your work, the reputation of the journal, the reputation of the author, reputation of the editors within the community, the editor review and the production speed of the journal, the community served by the journals, the coverage and distribution, and the accessibility, that is, it is open access or the closed access. On the basis that you can select your journal. And so for completing this, I'm coming back to the next part of the things. I'm just showing you. Yeah, I'm telling you the scope of the journal. How could you select? So these here I'm showing the sub journal, and this is the just how could you check the scope? This is the one journal. This is basically Emerald publication. This is a Scopus-based journal, a Scopus journal. Here you can see the submitter paper, and this is scholar paper. Okay, now just try to description. Here can find the scope of the journal. Description: public administration and policy is an international peer-reviewed open access journal publication research on public administration. What is the area they are dealing? Basically public administration and management, especially in the Asia. So basically they are, if your paper fall in these category, public administration and management, you can approach to this paper. So I'm just showing how to approach the paper, how to select the paper. Means if your paper are fulfilling the scope of the journal, then you can approach to this. Now come to the scope of the journal. Now here you can see, is it is visible? Is my
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, is it visible to everyone what I'm showing here?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Now I'm just showing here the scope. You can here this is just demonstration of the one I selected one journal, or that is a Scopus listed journal, or go to how you can check your paper are fitting in the scope of whether is fitted in the scope of this particular journal or not. To write the scope of the journal, just I'm reading it. The PEP journal is devoted to the integration of theories and practice of public administration and management, with a special emphasis on the Asia Pacific region. If your area of research is Asia Pacific, then you can approach to this. It aims at contributing to the improvement of the delivery and management of public services by the highlighting issues, problems, and examples of efficient and innovative management practices. If your paper are dealing with the innovative management innovative management practices, so must be you can approach to this paper, or you can submit the paper here. Just I'm showing the another things. Okay. Yeah, now come to this category, Academy of Marketing Journal. I'm clicking the second, that is it is ABCD B listed journal. Now, similarly, you can see here, it H index is what, how many volume it is, comes, and here aim and scope. This is aim and scope. Now you can see the aim and scope. Which type of topics are covered in this particular journal you can find here. If your paper are fitted in any type of that, don't know. Definitely you can approach to this journal, or you can submit your paper here also. So this I'm just showing the some examples key how can the scope is, because if you are and so many scholars are coming to me, and my paper is not selected anywhere, I'm sending to so many I'm submitting to so many places but not. But before blind submission is not be the showing that is your paper will be selected. So you first you do the some homework, find the correct journal where your paper are going to be fit, and submit the paper on that particular journal. That in that way your paper selections paper will be selected. That is okay. And now I'm showing the something the Scopus based journals here. This data you can usually find from the Scopus database. You can find here. You can see these are the paper source titles, means these are the paper. These are journals, and the whole all data are showing here. If you selected any paper, means if this paper are this is the Scopus index list. Scopus, or here you can see the various things. Scopus source October 2020, accepted title December 2020, discontinued title. These journals are not be part of the Scopus listed journal now, because it is discontinued in the year December 2022. Now, special conference proceeding with profile. These papers are going with the special conference proceeding. You can see all conferencing proceeding. So here you can see the all or this list I am just downloading by logging into the Scopus database, and here you can usually in going to the left corner the source list, you can download this study, or you can find the correct journal for your paper publications. Similarly, one more things I'm just okay. Now here, if you are writing an article that is not a research paper, it is a book chapter, then which books are in the Scopus index you can find here. This book series, that is Scopus book December 2020. Scopus book series January 2020, which book series are coming on the January 2020, and book series volume, book series which are coming in volumes, means already these come in the series, means in the volume. So these books, if you are approaching towards Scopus listed books, then you can find the list of the book here, or on the basis of that you can submit your article, that is book chapter, any of that particular book. That is, if your article are suited or suitable for that particular book, then your chapter must be select to particular books. So this the way you can find the correct journal and correct books for your article publications. Is any queries in this regard?